Hello children. Today we are going to start the first chapter of the geography, that is the earth in the solar system. In this chapter we are going to focus on some of the very important concepts related to the solar system and the earth. So let us begin with the night sky. If you will see the night sky, it will be very wonderful to see that as the evening starts, some of the one or two bright dots shining in the sky, and soon you would notice that the number of tiny dots are increasing. Even you cannot count them anymore. So the whole sky is filled with with this kind of shining objects. Some of them are bright and some are dim. So it seems as if the sky is completely studded with the diamonds. Means it looks like the diamonds are everywhere in the sky. They all appear to be twinkling. That means all these tiny objects are twinkling. That means they are having the flickers around it. But all these shining dots are not having the flickers around it. That means all these shiny dots are not twinkling, but they simply glow like the moon. You know very well that moon is glowing into the sky. It is shining in the sky, but these are not the moon is not having the flickers around it. And such kind of shining objects are the satellites. They are not having the flickers around it, or they are not twinkling. They are just glowing in the sky. Now you will see the moon also in the sky. You will see the moon is continuously changing its shape. Sometimes you will see the full moon in the sky, as well as sometimes you will not see the moon in the sky. So when the moon is there in the sky, or the full moon in there in the sky, so that full moon night is called as the Purnima, or as well as it is also called as full moon night. Just a fortnight later, you will notice, fortnight means what? Just 15 days later, you will notice that there is no moon in the sky. So this night is called as the new moon night, or in Hindi it is also called as Amavasya. The Amavasya is the night when there is no moon in the sky. See, the Purnima appears only once in a month, and just 15 days later of the Purnima, you will see that there is no moon in the sky, and therefore that night is called as the new moon night or Amavasya. Now we are going to understand the celestial bodies. So what are the celestial bodies actually? The celestial bodies are the shining objects in the night sky, like the sun, the moon, the planets. All kind of shining objects in the sky are called as the celestial bodies. Even our earth is also a celestial body. If you will go on the moon, and from there if you will watch earth the earth is also shining like other objects in the sky, and therefore the earth is also a celestial body. Some of the celestial bodies are having uh, very big size, as well as they are very hot. So this kind of very big and hot celestial bodies are called as the stars. Even our sun is also a star, and it is having its own heat and light, and it is very big in size. These celestial bodies are called as stars. Countless twinkling stars in the night sky are similar to the sun, but as these stars are very far from the earth, we cannot feel its heat and light, and it looks tiny from the sky or in the sky. The reason, they are far, very far from the star. Even the distance from the earth of the stars are counted in light years. Now you will say, what is light year? The light year is the distance measured that light crosses in 1 year. And you know very well the speed of the light is 3 lakh kilometers in 1 second. Now you can understand that how much of the distance is crossed by the light in 1 year. So these stars are so far from us that the distance of these stars are counted in light years. The stars are celestial bodies which are having their own heat and light. That means they are not lightened or lighted by um, any other object of the in the sky. They are having their own heat and light, which they emit in a large amount. Even the sun is also a star and it emits its heat and light. And as it emits its heat and light, and the heat and light of the sun is received by the earth, therefore the life is possible or the life is existing on the earth. Without the appearance of the sun in the sky, or without the sun, the earth would be a frozen planet where the life would not be existing. And therefore stars have their importance in themselves, like the sun is having the importance for the earth. As the star is present in the sky, therefore the life is existing on the earth. Now, the another concept that we are going to understand is the constellation. What are the constellations? See, while watching the night sky, you may notice various patterns formed by different groups of stars. These kind of patterns are called as the constellations. Ursa Major or the Big Bear is one such constellation. One of the most easily recognizable constellation is the small bear or the Saptarishi. Saptarishi means what? The Saptarishi means seven sages. Sapta means seven and Rishi means sages. It is a group of seven stars that forms a part of the large Ursa Major constellation. That means the Saptarishi constellation is the part of the Ursa Major constellation. So such kind of various patterns are appear in the sky, and these kind of patterns are called as the constellations. And these constellations are having the different names on the basis of its pattern. Now we are going to understand the concept of North Star. In the ancient time, people used to determine the direction with the help of North Star. When they were moving from the ocean, or when they were in the uh, oceans or seas and they were not able to find out the direction, or they were getting confused with the direction, so to find out the right direction, they were utilizing the North Star or the Pole Star. Why the people in the ancient time were using the North Star for finding out the direction? Because the North Star or the Pole Star is not changing its position. It remains always in the same direction in the sky, or it remains always in the same position in the sky. We can locate the position of the pole star with the help of Saptarishi. If you will look at the Saptarishi, you will notice that if an imaginary line is drawn joining the pointer star and extended further, it will point to the pole star. As it is shown in this figure, it is shown that how to find out the North Star. So we can say the North Star is a very important star from the ancient times, as the people were able to find their directions in the ancient time when they were moving into the sea or the ocean, and therefore the North Star has its importance from the ancient time. Now we are going to understand the planets. See, the planets are the celestial bodies that do not have their own heat and light, like the sun is having, and they are lit by the light of the stars. The word planet comes from the Greek word planetai, which means wanderers. See, the planets are not having their own heat and light, but they are receiving their heat and light from the stars or from the sun. Even our earth is also receiving its heat and light from the sun only. And you know very well, as I've already told you, that as the sun or the star named sun is present in the sky, therefore the life is existing on the earth. Without the earth, life was not possible on the earth. So, what is the meaning of the planet? The planet means the wanderers. Why it is called as the wanderers? You know very well that the planets are continuously moving around, or the planets are continuously revolving around the sun, and therefore these objects in the sky are called as the planets. And this planet word is received from the Greek word that is called planetai, which means wanderers. There are almost 8 planets in our solar system, including Earth. Earth, the Earth on which we live, is a planet. That means it is also an object which is not having its own heat and light. It is receiving its heat and light from the sun. And the earth is having one natural satellite that is called as the moon. The moon that we see in the sky is a natural satellite of the earth. It is a companion of the earth and it moves around it. It moves around the earth in 27 days. That means it completes its one round around the earth in 27 days, as well as it spins itself in 27 days. And as it completes one round in the 27 days, as well as it spins in 20, it completes its one spin in 27 days, we cannot see the another side of the moon. That means whatever side we can see from the earth in the sky of the moon, it is present everywhere on the earth. The another side we cannot see from the earth. And the reason behind it, the moon is completing one round of the earth in 27 days, as well as it is completing one spin in 27 days. As this time is similar, the another phase of the moon or another side of the moon can never come in front of the earth, and therefore wherever you will be on the earth, you will be able to see only one side of the moon. That means the side which we can see here in India, the same site will be appear in any part of the earth. So in this way we can say only the earth is not having the satellite or the moon, but some other planets are also there which are having the moons around them. Now we are going to understand the concept of satellite. A satellite is an object, or a satellite is any object that moves in a curved path around a planet. The moon is Earth's original natural satellite, and there are some man-made satellites also. They are called as artificial satellites. The satellites are usually closer to the planets, and they move around the planets. Not only the earth is having the planet, but some other planets are also having the moon around it, like the Saturn. Saturn is having more than 57 moons around it, which are continuously moving around the Saturn. The human made satellites are launched in the sky with the help of the launch vehicles. Those are also called as the rockets. These human-made satellites are also moving around the sun like the natural satellites. And these human-made satellites are very, very helpful for various kind of things for the human. Like if we want to do the survey of the minerals, if we want to find out the natural resources on the earth, if we want to see the agricultural conditions over the earth, or if we want to forecast the weather conditions over any part of the earth, as well as the mobile phones are also working with the help of the satellites. Even the different kind of TV channels that you can see on your TV set are working with the help of the satellites. There are so many uses of the human made satellites. So, in this way, there are some natural satellites and some human made satellites which are moving around the planet. So, in this way, we have understood the first part of our chapter. In the next period, we will understand the solar system in details. Thank you very much.